Hello everyone, welcome to day 6 of wireless networking series. And guys, today we are going to discuss one very important device of networking, that is access point. So topic for day is access point. We are going to discuss many things about this device, about access point, like why we need this device, why we need access point, what is access point, how access point works, how many types of access point we have, and which type of access point we are using in real time in the production network nowadays, everything. So guys, make sure you will watch this video till the end if you want to learn all about access point. Now without wasting our time, let's begin. So first question is why we need access point. Why? So guys, access point is required to connect wireless devices to a network. How you can connect wireless devices to network? Let's say you have some wired devices, right, like PC, printer, IP phone, servers. So you can connect these all devices to network with the help of one centralized device, that is switch, right? So through this switch we can connect these all devices together. After that I can connect this switch to my router or to any other networking device, right? So this is how I can connect these devices to a network. Now if I have some wireless devices, wireless networking devices, now how I can connect these wireless networking devices to a network? So again we need a centralized device, and that centralized device is called, guys, AP, right? So AP is going to transmit some kind of energy, some signal, right, in a specific area, and whatever devices are there in that specific area, those devices can get connected with your AP. And after that you can connect this AP to your wire network, right? So as this switch is already connected with your network and you have connected your AP to this switch, that means these all end users are connected with your network. So AP is required to connect wireless networking devices to network, or you can say to a wire network. Then what is access point? So guys, access point is a networking device, again, which is used to connect wireless networking device to a wire network, right? So you can say a device which allow wireless devices to connect to a wire network using Wi-Fi, or you can say Bluetooth. Then how many types of access point we have? So we have multiple types of access point: autonomous access point, lightweight access point. So guys, here I have one PDF. Let me show you that. Here also you can see what is access point. So access point is a crucial component in wireless network that allowed wireless devices to connect to a wire network using Wi-Fi. An access point is a networking device that create a wireless local area network. You know what is LAN, local area network? Implementing a network in a small geographical area is known as what? LAN, local area network. Like implementing network in a building is LAN. Implementing network in multiple building, right, at one location, that is what? CAN. So like this we have multiple types of wire network. So now we are talking about WLAN. WLAN means wireless local area network, wireless LAN. So access point is the device which create WLAN, wireless network. Switch is the device which create LAN network. Getting my point? Now typically in an office or large building, it connects to a wire router, wireless network to a wire router, or to a switch or hub through Ethernet cable. So again we are going to connect access point to other networking devices. It can be router, it can be switch, it can be hub, through wire only, guys, through Ethernet cable, and project a Wi-Fi signal to a designated area, right? So let's say you have one building, and guys, in this building you want to set up wireless network. So first you need to identify the area where you need Wi-Fi network, and according to that you can place this device AP. on the wall access point. Let's say at each floor I have one access point which is transmitting signal in the specific area, and now I can connect this AP to any other networking devices through wire, through Ethernet cable, right? So this is where we use access point. Now guys, function of access point. What are the functions of access point? So see, access point help us to extend our network, to extend network coverage, or you can say network area. If you want to increase the network coverage area, so AP is the best device, right? So first function can be extending network coverage. Access point can be placed in various locations to extend network coverage, ensuring seamless connectivity, right? So let's say at first floor of the building, at first floor of the building, you have some switches, guys. Through these switches, you can connect and devices. But there are some area at same floor where you cannot place switch, or where you cannot place the cable, switch 1, switch 2. So how you are going to provide network in that area? With the help of AP. So here I can use one AP to extend my network in this area, let's say. Getting my point? So we can use AP to extend network coverage. This is first use of access point. Getting my point? Now second function can be connecting wireless devices. As I told you, access point, primary function of access point is to connect wireless devices to network, to a wire network, you can say. So second function is connecting wireless devices to network. So access point allows wireless devices like a smartphone, your laptops, your tablets. These devices can get connected with AP to access point, or with the help of access point we can connect these devices to a wire network. Okay, so first function is extending network coverage. Second function is connecting wireless devices, right? So they allow wireless devices like smartphones, laptops and tablets to connect to a wire network. And then guys, third function can be managing network traffic. Like you can distribute traffic on multiple AP, right? So to avoid the congestion, right? Or for the bandwidth management, what we need to distribute traffic. Let's say at first floor, guys, there are 100 users. So if all 100 users will forward traffic to a single device, let's say there is only one switch and all 100 devices are connected with that switch. So this device, this switch have to manage traffic of all users. Like this, if you have one AP here, APU, right? So again, this AP need to handle 100 number of clients. And if you have multiple AP here, AP1 and AP2, even let's say all 100 users are connected with AP1, then AP1 need to handle 100 clients. But as you have two AP here, right? So I want to distribute the traffic between AP1 and AP2. So AP1 and AP2, this AP can distribute the traffic, can perform load balancing here, right? So 50% of clients will get connected with AP1 and 50% of clients will get connected with AP2. If both AP are at the same place. So the third function of AP can be managing network traffic. Access point help in managing and distributing the load of network traffic efficiently. So these are guys three basic functions of access point: extending network coverage, connecting wireless devices to network, or distributing traffic over multiple devices. Then how access point works? How access point works? So see, access point work by converting a wire Ethernet connection into a wireless signal. Let's say this is your AP access point, and guys there are some devices and devices, right? Then this AP is connected with one switch, and here again I have some devices. So let's say this is PC1, This is PC2. So if PC1 and PC2 want to communicate with each other, how they can communicate? PC1 will forward traffic to AP, then AP is going to forward traffic to switch, then switch will forward traffic to PC number 2. So this AP, see what exactly this AP is doing here. It is converting Ethernet connection, this Ethernet connection into wireless signal, right? They can operate in different mode such as root mode, in root mode, repeater mode and breeze mode. Root mode means what? The AP act as a main access point in the network, connecting wireless clients to the wire network. Let's say you have one AP in your home, or you can say in a small office, and we have some clients and devices, and these all end devices are connected with this AP. So this time my AP is working on root mode. Now this AP is connected with maybe router or with one switch, and then switch is connected with one router, and that router is connected with internet. Here you have firewall as well, let's suppose, right? Or you can place firewall here. So this time AP is working on root mode. Means the AP act as a main access point in the network, connecting wireless clients to the wire network. This is my wire network. Then guys, repeater mode. Next mode is repeater mode. So the AP extends the range of an existing wireless network by repeating wireless signal. Now suppose I want to extend this network, right? Let's suppose here also I want to place one AP, guys. But in this area I cannot place cable, or I cannot connect this AP to switch. Here I cannot place the cable. So what other option I have? I can connect these two AP wirelessly, AP1 and AP2. I can use this AP in repeater mode. This AP is working on repeater mode. That means this AP is actually repeating the wireless signal. So capacity of access point 1 is to transmit signal till here, let's say, right, in this area only. And now this access point is going to repeat this wireless signal, right? It will again transmit signal in this area. So like this we can increase the network coverage. So guys, the difference between connecting AP to switch or connecting to AP wirelessly, what is the difference between both? So here you can see we are not using any wire to connect AP1 and AP2. If I am using wire to connect both AP to switch, then both AP are working on root mode, right? AP is working on repeater mode. Means this AP is actually repeating the wireless signal. So if you have a requirement like this, where you cannot place the cable and you want to extend the network, so you can use your AP in repeater mode. So it will only repeat the wireless signal. That's it. Then guys, third mode is breeze mode. So in the breeze mode, see, a AP connect to wire networks wirelessly. Let's suppose you have two building, one building, building 1 and building 2. And guys, between these two building, there is one street, main road, highway, let's suppose. So you cannot place cable between building 1 and building 2 over here. So how you are going to connect these two buildings together, right? Because in building 1 also you have lots of switches, APs, right? Distribution layer devices, routers, like this. Now without wire, how you can connect these two buildings together? Yes, brother, you have option. You can use one AP over here, one AP over here. This time you are going to use this AP in which mode? In breeze mode. So we can use AP in breeze mode to connect two different network together, like this. So if we have multiple networks guys, and I cannot place the cable there between the buildings or between the networks, I have two networks or three networks, but I cannot place cables between building. So I can use AP in breeze mode to connect all networks together wirelessly, right? So I can use my AP in root mode, right? If I want to use, if I want to connect wireless devices to network, I can use repeater. I can use AP in repeater mode if I want to repeat the wireless signal. If I want to increase the area, and if I want to connect two different network together without wire wirelessly, then I can use AP in root mode, right? So guys, AP works on three modes. First one is root mode, second one is repeater mode, and third mode is breeze mode, right? Now guys, try to understand some basic terms of access point, right? To configure a AP, to set up a AP in your network, you have to understand some basic concept of wireless networking or basic concept of access point. So let's understand some basic concept like SSID. See guys, what is SSID? SSID is nothing but name of your AP, name of your access point. Let's suppose this is my access point 1. So guys, this access point is going to transmit signal, is going to propagate signal, right, in the free space, right? So definitely with the help of this signal, this AP is transmitting some information, right? So the first thing that this AP is going to transmit through the signal is known as SSID. Means let's say here SSID is PM, right? So this AP is transmitting this SSID, means name of this AP, across the area. So if there is one client device guys in this area, they want to get connected their computer with AP, simply they will turn on their Wi-Fi and it will see the name, right? So once you will turn on your Wi-Fi in this area, you will get this SSID PM, because AP is transmitting this SSID. Stands for service set identifier, the name of the Wi-Fi network. It is what users see when they scan for wireless networks. So when your device or client device will scan for wireless network, it will see the name of your access point. Then guys, second term is BSSID, basic service set identifier. Now see, try to understand, this is your AP access point who is transmitting signal everywhere, right? How this access point can transmit signal? Definitely it need one interface, right? It will transmit, this access point will transmit signal from antenna, right? And again we have multiple types of antenna like omnidirectional, directional. So let's say this AP have omnidirectional antenna, so it is transmitting signal in all direction in 360-degree. Getting my point? And guys, in this area this AP is transmitting SSID, right? But what will be the identification of this access point? SSID is the name of this AP. How a client machine is going to identify the AP? So what is the address of interface? What is the address of interface on AP from which AP transmitting signal? That is what guys, MAC address. Like a PC is forwarding traffic to switch. So PC will forward source MAC address. Source MAC address will be the MAC address of this interface, exit interface. In the same way, when AP will transmit the signal, AP also need what? MAC address, source MAC address. So the MAC address of AP is known as BSSID, basic service set identifier. The MAC address of the access point radio interface, access points radio interface, means interface of access point, radio interface of access point. MAC address of radio interface of access point is known as what? BSSID. So if someone asks you what is SSID, SSID stands for Service Set Identifier, and this is name of your access point, or name of your Wi-Fi, or name of your network. Because on a single AP we can create multiple SSID, means on a single access point we can transmit multiple SSID, means I can create multiple network, and then we can map the SSID with VLAN as well. Like in switching guys, we have concept, right? We can put this interface in a specific VLAN, we can put this port in a specific VLAN so that these two users cannot communicate with each other at layer 2. In the same way, with the help of SSID and VLAN, we can separate the segment, right? So BSSID is the MAC address of access point. Access point's radio interface, means MAC address of that radio interface from where access point is transmitting the signal. From the interface, access point is transmitting the signal. So MAC address of that interface is known as BSSID. Hope this is also clear. BSSID, right? MAC address of access points radio interface. Then guys, third term is channel. So as you know, what is channel? The specific frequency that the AP uses to communicate with client. So we already discussed many things about channels, frequencies, band, right? So channel is nothing but one range of frequency, okay, and your AP uses channel to communicate with client. So proper channel planning is crucial to avoid interference. You already know this if you are watching all video in sequence, right? Then guys, WLAN. So WLAN means wireless local area network, wireless LAN configuration, WLAN configuration. So configuring multiple SSID, VLANs and network policies, right? How to create WLAN, wireless local area network, by configuring multiple SSID, VLAN and network policies. Like on switch also, how to create a local area network? By creating multiple VLANs and security policies or network policies on switch. Then guys, we have security concept, like we have multiple types of encryption algorithm for wireless network, we have for authentication, right? So whatever security features we have in the wireless network, we will discuss all one by one later, okay? So implementing encryption algorithm like WPA2 or WPA3, WPA2 enterprise or 802.1x authentication. So these are part of authentication security in wireless networking, we will discuss later. After that, quality of service can be one also important term for wireless network. So prioritizing certain type of traffic to ensure a smooth performance for critical applications. So let's say in your network you have some servers and you are running some application there and you want good service for those applications, so you can configure quality of service. Again, you have option to configure quality of service in wireless network as well, right guys? Then we have rogue IP detector. Don't worry about this point, we will discuss later. Identify unauthorized AP to secure the network, okay? Then coverage and capacity planning. So ensure the coverage area and handling the expected number of devices. So if you are implementing a AP, so you have to first make sure how many APs you are going to implement on the basis of user and coverage area. Means your AP can support, let's say, 200 clients. So make sure how many clients are there at each floor and what is the specific area. According to that, on the basis of those information, you can plan for wireless network. Then guys, site survey is also required. So conducting site survey to determine optimal AP placement and configuration. So site survey is important. Important for what? Important to find the place where you are going to install AP access point, right? So like in a big hall, AP should be in the center. So how you will decide? With the help of site survey. So you will first survey the site, guys. According to that, you will find the place where you will install AP, and then how you are going to configure it, right? So RF management is also required to minimize performance or interference. Radio frequency management is very important for setting up a wireless network. So managing radio frequency to minimize interference and maximize performance. So we have different types of tools, guys, for RF management, for site survey. We have multiple types of tools. We will discuss about the tools later. Then PoE. PoE is also very important because let's say you are going to install 5 AP at each floor. So you need to provide power to your AP as well. So this is how you can provide power through Ethernet cable. Like your AP is connected with switch. Your AP is connected with switch. So here this cable is responsible to forward data between switch and AP. Correct, guys? But you can use this cable to provide power to AP as well. Means switch is going to provide power to this AP. Make sure this port should be PoE, power over Ethernet port. So Ethernet port can not only transmit data, it can transmit data as well as it can transmit power. Okay, so that AP can get power from switch through Ethernet. So using PoE to power AP via network cable, simplifying, we don't need to worry about power, how we are going to provide power to AP, because my switch is going to provide power. Then you have controller, guys, Cisco wireless controller. Again, if you have multiple APs, then how you are going to manage it? So you need a controller, wireless controller, centralized management for multiple APs, including firmware updates, configuration, and monitoring. So we will see WLC controller later. Then you have DNA Center, Cisco DNA Center, Advanced Network Management Platform for automation and analytics. So either you can manage multiple AP with the help of WLAN controller, wireless LAN controller, or you can manage your wireless network with the help of Cisco DNA Center. Cisco DNA Center is not only for managing wireless network. You can automate your wire network, you can manage your wire network as well, right? And this platform provide various services. We will talk about those services later, maybe in another video. Okay, today we are talking about access point only, guys, AP. Okay, so Cisco DNA Center is also one platform. Through that I can manage my wireless network. Otherwise you have WLC, or you can configure AP manually as well. Even you can manage 1000 number of AP by yourself as well, but it is going to be complicated. This is not practical. Now guys, see real-time requirement. To set up a wireless network or in a building, what is a real-time requirement? First requirement is this one, client roaming. Client roaming means ensuring seamless connectivity as client move between APs, right? Means there should be no disturbance if a client is moving from one AP to another. Let's say at each floor you have one AP, guys, and this all APs is transmitting same SSID, same network, right? All are transmitting same SSID. Means a client at first floor can get connected with AP number 1. If this client will move to second floor, then automatically this client device will get connected with AP number 2 automatically without any disturbance. That is what roaming. And client roaming is required. Client will move from one AP to another AP. There should be seamless connectivity, right? Then guys, load balancing. So you need to set up the AP in such a way so that it can perform distribution. Distributing clients across multiple AP to avoid congestion. Like if you have multiple AP, so equal number of client should be there on each AP. Because let's suppose these three APs at same place, and there are guys 500 clients. So if all 500 clients will get connected with single AP, let's say AP number 1, then definitely you will have high load on this AP. CPU utilization of this AP will be high. So as you have 3 AP, you need to set up it in such a way so that automatically this AP can distribute the client. Right? So this is your second requirement to set up a wireless network: load balancing. So distributing clients across multiple APs to avoid congestion. Now third requirement is bandwidth management. So allocating bandwidth to ensure fair access and performance, right? So you will understand guys bandwidth management, how you are going to allocate bandwidth, right, for a specific VLAN, for a specific users, for a specific department. Getting my point? So while implementing a wireless network, you need to keep these all in mind, like client roaming, load balancing, bandwidth management, and guest access. You need to set up a wireless network for guest as well. So guest network should be isolated guys, isolated access for guest, and it should be secure, right? So you will have authentication server in your network who is going to authenticate the user, whoever will try to connect with your AP. Okay. So these all are real-time requirement for wireless networking. Then guys, practical step. Initial setup. First of all, you need to configure what? SSID name. Then guys, you need to configure security setup. As you know, security is very important. We discussed it in I think day 1 or in day 2, day 3 class. And we will talk much more about security in upcoming days. After that, basic network parameters. So you need to configure these 3 things first. Then guys, advanced configuration. Initial setup means configuring name, setting security policies, and network basic network parameters. Advanced configuration means configure VLANs, configure quality of service, and any required security features. Let's say for a particular department of for a particular user, you want to apply a security that this should be able to access that server but not able to access that branch. Let's say your statement can be anything, right? So according to your requirement, you need to configure VLAN, quality of service, and security features. Then guys, site survey. So use tools like Ikahu, Cisco on tools to perform site survey. As I told you, we have multiple tools for site survey, for measure the area, to find the coverage, to find the number of AP. We have multiple tools. So these are some popular tools which we are using it nowadays. Then guys, deployment. These are the steps which you will follow to set up a wireless network. Then deployment means install and configure APs based on survey result. Whatever result you have after survey, how many AP is required, where you are going to place the AP, and how you are going to configure the AP, what are the security policies. After the site survey, you are going to decide these all. Then you are going to deploy it. So installing, configuring based on site survey result is the deployment. Ensuring proper coverage and minimal interference. So there should be minimum interference guys. There should be proper coverage, means in all areas AP is transmitting the signal, means a strong signal. After that guys, after implementing it, you need to monitor and maintenance. How you are going to monitor it and maintenance, how you are going to maintain it. So use Cisco management tools to monitor network health, update firmware and troubleshoot issues. So again you have multiple softwares for monitoring and maintenance. Either you can manage it with the help of WLC controller or with the help of Cisco DNA. Now guys, modes of AP. Modes of AP. AP modes with their real-time application. Okay, so we have multiple modes of AP. Let's discuss all one by one. So mode means what? First try to understand what is the meaning of AP mode. So guys, mode of access point means how the access point operate within a network. AP itself remain the same. AP is same hardware, right? Different mode means not like you have different types of AP. AP is going to be same. The configuration is going to be different, right? For different mode. So the AP itself remains same, the same hardware, but its configuration and the role it plays in the network can be changed based on mode of AP. Okay. So mode of AP means how you are going to use the AP, right? Same AP can be used in multiple modes like standalone mode, controller based mode. Getting my point? So first mode is guys standalone. Hope mode is clear. Mode means how we are going to operate one AP. Same device. How we are going to operate the AP. That is called AP modes. And I have different types of mode. First one is standalone mode. Standalone mode means using or AP operates independently, right? Let's say in your home there are some computers, smartphones, laptops are there, and these all devices you all want to access internet. So you can purchase one AP and then you can connect these all devices with the help with AP, and then you can connect this AP to internet through any networking devices, let's say router. So this time you can see this AP operates independently, right? Manually you are going to configure this AP. You are going to configure the VLAN, SSID, security policies, whatever configuration are there on this AP guys, you are going to configure it, right? So see, standalone mode is what? The AP operates independently and is configured directly without needing a controller. Like as I told you, we can manage AP with WLC controller, with Cisco DNA. But managing a AP by yourself is known as what? Standalone mode, right? So standalone mode means AP operates independently. All settings like SSID, security policies, VLAN configuration, quality of service configuration, etc. are configured directly on the AP. You are going to configure all these things on AP manually, right? That means we are not managing this AP with any controller. That is called standalone mode. So use case can be a small office or home network where there is only one or few APs. For instance, a small business with a single AP providing Wi-Fi to employees. So if you have, let's say, only one AP or two AP, three AP, you are not going to purchase controller to configure it and manage it. You are going to manage this AP. You are going to configure it, right? So if you are managing APs, a network engineer is managing the AP, that means your AP is working on a standalone mode. And again, if your AP is managed by controller, that is called guys controller based mode, second mode, or you can say lightweight mode, that is called lightweight AP. Means we are not managing the APs, we are not configuring the AP, we are configuring AP through controllers. So APs are managed by wireless LAN controller, is known as controller based mode. The AP are lightweight and offload most of their management tasks to the WLC, wireless LAN controller. Offload most of their management tasks to WLC. So if WLC is managing a AP, that means controller based mode. Use case can be guys in large enterprises or in the corporate offices or in university campus environment. For example, a university with 100 number of APs managed centrally by WLC, allowing for seamless roaming and stable management. So if you have 100 number of AP, 1000 number of AP, and you are managing it through controller, that is known as guys controller based mode. And third one is breeze mode. Third one is breeze mode. So the AP connects two separate network wirelessly. As I told you, breeze AP, function of AP, just remember the function. AP can work in three mode, right? In the breeze mode, it connects two different network together wirelessly. So breeze mode means when AP is connecting two wired network together. So AP connects two separate network wirelessly. APs connect two or more networks by breezing the traffic between them. They can be used to extend a wire network wirelessly. They can be used to extend a wire network wirelessly. How you can extend a wire network wirelessly? You can use AP in breeze mode. You can use AP in breeze mode. So real-time use case of this mode can be connecting two separate buildings in a campus without running new cable. For instance, two office buildings on opposite side of a street connected via wireless breeze mode. So as I told you, you have two buildings, right? And there is one street between both buildings. So you cannot place the cable. How you can connect these two buildings? You need AP. So this AP works on breeze mode. Okay. So a standalone mode means you are managing the AP. Controller based mode means you are managing APs through WLC, through the controller. And breeze mode means you are connecting two separate networks together wirelessly, or two separate wire network together wirelessly, right? Or you can say, and guys, repeater mode. So you already know repeater mode means repeat the wireless signal. Okay, so AP extend the coverage area of main network by repeating wireless signal, is known as repeater mode. Expanding coverage in area where running additional cable is impractical, where you cannot place the cable. So you can use AP in repeater mode. For example, extending Wi-Fi coverage to a different corner of a warehouse or in a hall or in a big room, right? Then guys, we have mesh mode. See, mesh mode is what? Mesh mode means again connecting multiple APs together without wire. Let's say in this area you want to set up a network and you cannot place the cable over here. So you can place multiple APs guys, and these all APs are connected together through wirelessly. And these APs are transmitting signal in all direction, right? So this is how we can provide network in this area. So linking multiple APIs together without wire is known as what? Mesh mode. Mesh mode. Okay. Multiple APIs create a mesh network to provide seamless coverage and redundancy. APIs form a mesh network, dynamically routing traffic between each other to extend coverage and provide redundancy. Use case outdoor environment. If you need to implement a network in outdoor environment like in a park or large industrial sites, for example providing Wi-Fi coverage across a large outdoor event venue. So these are guys basic function of access point. In next video we will discuss more about access point like real-time example, right? We'll discuss more about these modes as well, modes of AP. Then we will see the benefit of using a AP in repeater mode, or using a AP in standalone mode, or using a AP in mesh mode, breeze mode. So we'll compare all modes together in next video, and we will discuss many more things about access point. So guys, many more things are there in access point. We will discuss it in next class. That's all for today. If you have learned anything from this video guys, please hit on like button. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe this channel. We will meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today.